Hey there. I'm going to make this a quick, short, conscious coffee. Number one, I left my coffee inside in the pot. I forgot it out here. So instead of disrupting the live stream and going and getting it, although I'm kind of thinking about doing that, I don't know. Maybe I should do that. No, I won't. I'll just have my coffee afterwards. But also, I'm headed off and have a beautiful date planned off with my boys to Legoland and Rainforest Cafe today. If they get their study work done, oh my gosh. I tell you what, reading tutoring, it is just like crazy. I kind of question my sanity around putting my kids into an outside of school program that forces them to do even extra schoolwork, because I'm the one who's going, just do it. Why are you making me yell? Why are you making me scream? Yeah, you would think that with 7 kids, I would be accustomed to knowing that we parents must scream at our children. But it definitely is not my high point when I'm yelling at my kids. That's for sure. I can tell you that. It's definitely not my high point. I feel like crap yelling at my kids. I hate yelling. I hate fighting. I hate just arguing about things. It does not put me in my badassery mode, for sure. Which is what the topic of today is. To just accept your badassery. And what do I mean by that? I was thinking about it. I read Pamela Madson's quote today, and I shared it on my, if you're friends with me or follow me on my private Facebook profile and stuff, you'll see that I shared Pamela's stuff. And Pamela's a beautiful, beautiful educator, coach who works with divine feminine and everything and on embodiment practices. But she was sharing that when she turned, in her 40s, that she has really just learned to accept who she is. Despite the judgments, the criticism, the opinions of anybody else, friends, family, spouse, friends, colleagues, anybody. And earlier in the day, while I was doing my morning meditation and everything, I was thinking about just that. I was thinking about how we are really challenged to accept ourselves, to really be ourselves, and just kind of let our hair down and let ourselves be revealed in this world that we live in. It is not socially acceptable for us to be us. And that's a sad thing, is it not? That we're not able to just be us. But the truth of the matter is that the majority of people really don't know how to be themselves. Therefore, we run around thinking that we're not lovable enough, thinking that we're not worthy enough, thinking that we're not good enough, that we're too much, that we're crazy, that we're too emotional, that we're not emotional enough, that we're boring, that we're whatever the words are, right? That come to us, those programs. And it's just us not accepting our greatness. We are told repeatedly to not love ourselves too much. Don't get a big head. Don't think too highly of yourself. Don't. And then we're told to be kind. I was like, to always be kind, always be kind, always be kind, always think of the other, always put yourself in their shoes, always do this, always do that. We're told to be unconditionally loving, supportive, compassionate, empathetic toward other people, and yet not to offer the same to ourselves. We are told to, that we are to love others, but we're not supposed to love ourselves. It's wrong to love ourselves. It's wrong to think highly of yourself. That is egotistical. That's getting big-headed. That's vain, right? That's vain to love ourselves. And I question it. I question it because anybody who's not loving themselves, how much love do they actually have to give? How much energy do they have to give this world? How much compassion, empathy, or anything else can they really truly offer the world around them, their children, their friends, their family, their lover, their partner, their spouse? How can we offer these beautiful things when we don't have them for ourselves? Now, we can vocally say, we can commit, we can do all these different things. We can say, oh no, I love you, I understand. But inside, is it true? Do we really understand? Are we really compassionate and empathetic? Are we just putting on the face and saying the words that we know that we should be saying, acting the way we should be acting to make sure that we stay in approval with the person that we are speaking to, making sure that we are not pushing their boundaries, rocking the boat too much? Most of the time, I'm betting that the majority of us out there tend to step away from our truth in those moments and offer up the supposed right answer than to actually say what we want, what we need, who we are, our opinion about it, letting ourselves be revealed. And the biggest thing about this is, number one, well, there's two humongous things about this. The thing that, we people, we always want for something, right? We want for the lover in our bed. We want for the money in the bank. We want for the body. We want for the time. We want for the freedom. Typically, a lot of people are looking for the lover in their bed or the relationship that they have to suddenly miraculously be the relationship of their dreams. They're looking for money, right? These are the two big components that the majority of people are really wanting. We're willing to give up our freedom for those components, matter of fact, but we all say, oh no, I want freedom. And then of course, we want truth, right? But when we look at relationship, that lover in the bed, and that's what we're going to go with right here, we think, I have to change myself. I have to be this. I have to be that. I hear that I need to match this person so I can call them in, so I have to match them. Well, here's the thing. Then you look at it and then you start dating somebody and then you think, oh, I need to match them. I need to, have similar interests, common things, all that kind of stuff. So we try to change ourselves after just little incremental things, but it's not really who we are. It's not really what we want. And at the end of the day, it doesn't hold, right? And that person that we're with will catch on over time, or they're just going to feel like you're not being present with them. Like we can try to hide, we can try to manipulate, we can try to mask our thoughts, our feelings, our energy in things, but we don't really get the opportunity. We can't really fully mask, cover, avoid our energy, because energy is energy. And it is really, truly just that we have to really be more conscientious of. So in those romantic relationships, the person in the bed, the man, the woman that you're desiring, that you're wanting, right? That perfect person. Guess how you get that perfect person? It's not by becoming more like them. It's by becoming more like you. You without all the constraints of the world. You without your mother and your father's opinions and judgments on you. You without your past fears and beliefs that maybe your church state bestie or somebody on TV told you about, right? Who are you at your core? The more at your core you can become, the more aligned to you that you can become, the greater the chances and the quicker the speed of that lover in the bed, that ideal person, is to come to you. But that means that you have to get right with who you are, right? Because otherwise, there's all this garbage in there that's not you, which is where all the issues come in relationship. Okay? And here's the other thing. When we are not in alignment, truly in alignment with ourselves, in love with ourselves, accepting of our badassery, knowing our worthiness, that's what that means. To know that you are worthy, you were born worthy of the relationship, of the money, of the well-being, of the time and freedom, of the things that you're wanting for, that you desire, right? You're worthy of those things. The only work you ever need to do to gain those things is to know your worthiness and to be in alignment with who you are, alignment with source, God, universe, right? But that means that you can't run around thinking, oh, well, if my brother said boom, 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 then I must need to do that too, right? Or maybe I'm wrong here, and maybe I'm not quite lined up there. You need to pay attention to who you are. The universe, the law of attraction, it works, it miracles, magic when we are lined up to who we are. Because in lining up to our soul, we do line up to source energy. That is that true channel of truth. And energy loves speed. Energy loves authenticity. And it moves in and it sweeps in and it can completely transform your world to the divine that you want it to be, not to this picture that somebody else is telling you that it should be. Okay? So the embracing, the accepting of your badassery is a key component. I'm telling everybody here today to get a little bit selfish, to think a little bit about yourself, to love yourself just a little bit, just a wee little bit, Give yourself some compliments. Pat yourself on the back. Just a little bit. Really, truly look at the good things that you are doing. Bring your attention to the good things. Because when you really focus in on the good, that's how you manifest more of the good. What we put our attention on is what grows, is what expands. If we do not put our attention on something, then it is just going to go off in the corner and get ignored and go collect dust. It's going to shrink. It might leave even. No wonder so many people are struggling. No wonder so many people have different issues in their relationships, their finances, their well-being, right? When you really look at it, what are their focus points on? The focus point typically, and what our media and what our society tells us to focus on, is the negative. This whole experience of 2020 for all of us has been such a beautiful revealing ground of just that. There's so much great things going on, so many miracles going on. But you know what? Nobody's speaking of those.
No more going swing.
Okay. It's okay. Let mommy finish her live stream, please. Okay, I can buy more. So, oh my goodness. Somebody tell me where I ended when before Rowan interrupted. Shoot, dude. You messed mama up. Oh, well, maybe I'm just not supposed to finish that, right? Maybe I'm just not. Oh, focus on COVID 2020. That's what I was talking about. Yeah, there's been so many miracles, so many great things going on. Such, there's things popping up left and right. There's beautiful things happening in your world. There's beautiful things happening in your community's world. There's beautiful things happening in the world in general, in each country. Lots of good stuff are going on. But here's the reality: not that, right? Because our reality is shifted to the negative because we're told to focus on the negative. That's why we have all this campaigning for the negative going on, because it's taught to focus in on that. But that is how we get it to grow. And I come back to, the whole concept of a war on drugs. I am 44 years old and I have seen many wars on things. I have seen many, many wars on things through my years, and I remember a war on teen pregnancy. I remember a war on AIDS. I remember a war on drugs. I remember a war on, child slavery. A war on, of course, sex offenders, all this kind of stuff. And when you think about all the wars that we have, the war on cancer, right? And you look out there into the world, and what do we have? A shit ton of. And if we comparatively look to where it was at 20 years ago, or even just 10 years ago, was it smaller then or greater then? Right? Well, it was great. It's greater now than what it was then. It was smaller then. It has expanded and grown because of our focus, our desire to war with it. In that warring process, we have actually stirred the pot and made it expand and made it grow. There are more children today that are in slavery in multiple different ways. Sex trafficking is at the highest point that has ever been. It's never been this high before. It is happening to our children all over the world. And what? Yes, we're bringing the attention to it. We're bringing fear to it. And it is growing and growing and growing, where 10 years ago, it was not at this extreme level. Now, I'm not saying completely take your focus off of it. Close your eyes, bury your head in the sand, act like it doesn't happen. No. That's not the way through it either. That's not the way through any challenges in our life, right? We have to be consciously aware of what has manifested thus far, because the things that we are experiencing right now in our world, in our day-to-day lives, in our homes, in our hearts, it is a manifestation of the past, and it is here with us now. But right now in this moment, we get to choose what we manifest going forward. So you want your tomorrow to be greater, you want them better and more full of sunshine and joy and abundance and love. Well, then start with the thoughts that you're thinking right now. Sitting around and panicking and living in anxiety and living in scarcity about the things that you don't have right now, or what other people's opinions or judgments or criticisms are of you, or your life, or your ideas, or your desires, including the closest people in your life, that will only hold you back and create more of what you got going on right now. Now, if you got great shit going on right now, well, then keep doing what you're doing. Keep thinking the positive thoughts. Live in joy. Keep loving. Keep the ease and the flow going, because that's what life is supposed to be about. Ease, flow, love, joy, abundance, well-being. And we can have that when we focus on it. But if you are one of the many millions out there who choose to focus on the negativity of this world, of what is going on that we have brought our attention to and expanded and grown, and you choose to wake up in the morning and before you even get out of bed, you look at your bank account and you dread how little is in there, and maybe you look at your partner laying next to you and go, oh God, I wish they weren't here, or I wish that they would change, or I wish, or you reach over it and there's nobody next to you and you just feel this emptiness there and this pain because you're like, oh, I'm never going to have somebody perfect with me. If you're living in that scarcity mode, then realize that you are going to continue to have that scarcity. You're going to continue to have that anxiety, that pain, that suffering. And the only person that can get you through it is you, by focusing in on loving you, by focusing in on your worthiness, on your badassery, on knowing that it's up to you, which is powerful. It is up to you to create the miracles, to create the joy, to create the abundance. It's all within your hands, within your heart and mind. It comes from here. It comes from here. It exudes from here. That's what you have to focus in on. Tap into the feelings of what it is like to have it right now. Feel that joy. Feel that gratitude right now. And the more you give gratitude and joy into this world and feel it in your daily moments, well, guess what? That is how it multiplies. That is how it expands out. And that is how you continue to manifest it into your life. But it truly starts by just not giving a shit about what everybody else is thinking. You've got to get over the hurdle of other people. That is key. Okay, on that note, my munchkin over here. Here, you want to see what he's doing? This is his mama move. So, here we go. Yeah. Are you going to say hi? Say hi. Oh, stick your tongue out. Okay. At least he didn't say I hate you. That's his favorite statement. I hate you. So.
I hate you.
I love you. I'm going to go be mom, go to Rainforest Cafe, have an awesome lunch, go play at Legoland, have a beautiful day, a day to have gratitude for. I'm going to go and sit by the fire with my man and have deep conversations of the heart, of the soul that will stir. I'm going to enjoy a glass of wine, a good lamb dinner. I'm going to enjoy a good night's sleep and maybe a little bit of lovemaking. I don't know what you got on your schedule for this Saturday, but that's what I got on mine. I'm looking damn forward to it. I'm in gratitude for the sunshine that is out today, for the opportunities that we have, for the wellspring of everything that is presented, and for the knowing, the certainty that I have the power to make the decisions, the choices, to own my badassery, and to really truly keep manifesting the joy, the bliss, the wonderful things into my life to be grateful for. And I want you to know, I want you to truly know that that is there for you too. Own it, claim it. I love you guys. And remember, stop existing, start living, own your badassery despite everybody else's bullshit.
I hate you.
And his hate yous.
I hate you, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you.
And I will catch you tomorrow with another Conscious Coffee. Bye, everybody.